Thank you, Speaker. I won't acknowledge those heckles from the back. It seems to be that things have gone very smoothly for the government and the opposition over the last 62 hours. As the member for Sydney said when we were first considering the bill, it is embarrassing what we are seeing here. I wish to acknowledge the efforts of those in the community, in the union movement and in the legal and human rights organisations, in the climate and environmental organisations and all of the activists, campaigners and believers in peaceful protest and non-violent direct action for what they have done in the last 62 hours to assist the Greens in disrupting the ramming through and passage of this draconian bill. It is absolutely crucial that we are clear that this has been an absolute overreach by the Liberal National Government, something that was drafted sometime last week by the Attorney-General, unclear if it's been to Cabinet. Then it comes in some late-time discussion between the Attorney-General and the Shadow Attorney-General, who might have forgotten that it's not his right anymore to make the captain's call for the Labor Party. And then we see what? All of a sudden the unions find out about it and they're like, what is this? What are we doing? All of a sudden, the civil society groups will find out about it and the legal organisation says, what is this? What are we doing? This is a bad process. It is embarrassing, and I think fundamentally we need to realise that this is not about a position on climate change. This is not about a position on what you think one organisation is or another organisation is. This is a complete disregard for the processes of this chamber that I am often accused of being the radical in this place, but it is the Liberal National Government that has been radical in undermining the processes of this chamber. We would not be here right now if the Attorney-General had given notice of this bill, had given us the time to consider it and consult, or had he consulted with anyone. But here we are. And the New South Wales Labor opposition, who I note now have all left the chamber, the Leader of the Opposition gives his big fiery speech attacking me and then leaves. I note that the New South Wales Leader of the Opposition is feeling very uncomfortable because we know that there are large parts of the union movement in New South Wales who are very concerned about this piece of legislation. It certainly is improved as a result of the opposition amendments. And I want to talk particularly to two of those opposition amendments because, interestingly, for those that have been watching along at home or haven't been watching along at home, the Legislative Council and the New South Wales Labor opposition actually moved two Greens amendments that we had moved down here in slightly different forms in the upper house. So all credit to the New South Wales Labor folks in the upper house that saw concerns around the fact that we were causing issues of the blockades of Parliament, that we would see an end to protests outside of Parliament. And so that thankfully the Legislative Council has amended this bill and has now carved out protests that outside the New South Wales Parliament, and they are not going to be included within this draconian bill. The other thing that they did was carve out members of Parliament offices, those that were watching late on Wednesday night. That was also a Greens amendment, which I'm very pleased to see, that the principled position of New South Wales Labor in the upper house saw that that amendment was changed. Sadly, when it was down here and moved, the New South Wales Labor opposition down here in the Legislative Assembly lined up behind the Liberals and we saw them filing through against that Greens motion. Similarly, I want to acknowledge the fact that we saw the inclusion of both action or excluding conduct at the place at which people work, a person works, or a workplace owned by the employer. Again, another Greens amendment that the Labor Party in the other place saw merit in including to try and improve this appalling bill. They are improvements. I want to highlight the fact that the Greens have a number of amendments, and I move that the question be amended by omitting all the words after that and inserting instead 1, amendments numbers 2, 3, 5 and 6 have been agreed to. 2, that amendment number 1 be amended to omit person and insert instead person, comma, or C as part of a peaceful protest. 3, amendment number 4 be amended by omitting person and inserting instead person or C as part of a peaceful protest. And 4, amendment number 7 be disagreed to. Members might be curious as to what amendment number 7 is. It is particularly in relation to a One Nation, Pauline Hanson Party's One Nation amendment. The former leader of the Federal Labor Party, now Pauline Hanson, One Nation member in the upper house, moved an amendment which the Greens hold serious concerns about, and we believe that this Legislative Assembly should reject that amendment outright. And I would particularly talk to the opposition here to make it very clear that actually the opposition did not support this One Nation amendment, and I would hope that the opposition will join with the Greens in supporting that amendment be disagreed to. Thank you, Speaker.